Here's a Super Nintendo title I never thought I'd find myself enjoying. It's Excalibur 2097. Developed by Fupac and released in 1994, Excalibur 2097 is a side-scrolling platforming slash-em-up in which the protagonist Slash, I swear I'm not making it up, it's actually his name, works his way through the post-apocalyptic streets of New York City in the year 2097, naturally beating up cyborgs, henchmen and several boss characters. I say that this game is a slash 'em up because although it follows the tried and true beat 'em up method combined with some platforming elements, the protagonist Slash attacks with the mighty sword Excalibur, which is the strongest blade ever made and is capable of inflicting sensational supernatural attacks. With crime at an all-time high, with an evil gang ruling the streets led by a maniacal leader called Raptor, Slash and his mighty blade are the city's only and last line of defense. Raptor has also kidnapped Slash's fellow agent Alix and has plans to rule the world. Right away, you can see that the game takes a lot of inspiration from 80s futuristic movies such as Robocop, with that movie centering on high crime rates, and the Terminator with its dark vision of the future realised as this bleak world. Slash himself is almost like Guile from Street Fighter 2 if you crossed him with Kyle Reese wielding a sword. Wait a minute, Guile? Kyle Reese? Guile Reese? Grease? Now that would be an awesome hero. Wait, what was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Slash looks really cool here, decked out in a cool trench coat, sunglasses, and he uses the sword to bash a variety of enemies through many well lit areas. His animations are really fluid here, and defeating baddies can be done in a variety of different ways, with each button on the Snes representing a different sword attack. He can stab straight ahead, swing his sword and even block attacks, and I really had a lot of fun working my way through the many different environments that were on offer. The backgrounds are extremely impressive, and whilst might not look as detailed as another beat 'em ups, I will say that Fupac managed to keep the focus on the gameplay and the actual in-game characters, which have a ton of animation, which might not appease gamers used to Turtles in Time or Final Fight, but Excalibur 2097 does stand out from the pack because in so many ways it comes right out of left field. It also has a few nods and winks to Sega's Golden Axe, with Slash being able to collect food and drinks to replenish his health. So as Slash, you work your way through a stage, slicing and dicing, jumping and dodging attacks until you come to a boss character. The game switches then to a one-on-one battle with the boss, where it's all about figuring out how to effectively inflict the most damage and drain their health bar completely before they do the same to you. Pretty simple stuff, but very effective. I really like how the game is loaded with cutscenes which are very 80s despite this being a 90s game. Some may balk and find it cheesy, but being a fan of 80s movies and dialogue, I love the fact that so much effort went into the story, so you know exactly what's going on. This game is also extremely fast moving and short, which I felt was a real shame. It's also surprisingly pretty fair and rewarding, as you can easily adapt and learn to deal with the many difficult obstacles that each stage offers. The developers throw in chicken legs, Coca-Cola, extra guys and burgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast. I mean, Jules Winfield would be proud. I should also talk about the techno pumping music that accompanies the violent sword swiping action. Now, I love techno and it's all over this game. The music was actually produced for it by a group called Psychosonic, who actually did some music for the Mortal Kombat and Annihilation soundtracks. Now, this is some fantastic video game music and just adds to the unique nature of the game. If Excalibur 2097 is lacking in anything apart from its length, then I would say that being able to play as other characters for the one-player mode like in Streets of Rage would have been good. Plus, this game is devoid of anything else, with only one-player quest mode being available. I mean, there is a two-player mode which allows you to choose from Slash or some of the bosses you have beaten in a one-on-one fighting mode, which is okay, but personally a two-player co-op story mode experience would have been better. I can however see where Fupac were coming from, as they really wanted to create their version of a dark gritty future, and I have to say that they succeeded. Whilst again Excalibur 2097 is no Turtles in Time, Double Dragon or Golden Axe, again it stands out because although it borrows some elements from a range of different influences, it just goes off in its own direction. Now, can I recommend this title and is it worth playing today? Abso-friggin-lutely. If like me you enjoy fast, effective gameplay which is a little easier on the player and a cool looking 80s bloke using the mighty Excalibur to destroy legions of baddies, then it's definitely worth a look. Whilst it might not offer much in terms of modes as in other beat 'em ups, it's still a solid title and again is surprisingly enjoyable. It's definitely worth a play. Okay, I just want to say thank you very much for watching my video and I'll see you next time.